Hi there, friends. All right, so today I am going to be doing a review of this universal capacitive stylus that I bought off of Amazon. It is a combination disc stylus and what I've been calling squishy stylus. So I did a little bit of a sketchy unboxing video. I was in a hotel in a conference room 2 towns over because my son had state testing to do this week. So while I was there, I brought my tablet and was getting some work done, and I was like, I had the pen in my bag because it's been in there forever because I've been wanting to film this video. And I was like, this would be a really good time to try to test it out, but I wanted to film, the actual unboxing. So I unboxed it on camera in a conference room in a hotel. It's not as shady as it sounds. It came with the pen, and it comes like this, if you guys can see that. So at first you're like, well, it's supposed to be double-sided. Well, it is. The cap twists off, and then you've got the disc tip over here. And then on this side, again, you've got the squishy tip. And it also came with a replacement disc tip. Now, I've seen people say in the reviews on Amazon that they expected that it would come with 3 tips. It doesn't. The photo is a little bit misleading because it's got a photo of the pen by itself, and then it has a photo of this tip and these 2 tips, but it's all in the same image. So it looks like it comes with 3, but it comes with 1 replacement. So, okay, let's get into it. I tried it first on my iPad Pro 11-inch, and it's fairly responsive. I did notice that, and this is app-based, not at fault of the stylus, but in some instances it will not recognize as a writing tool. It navigates just fine, but GoodNotes is a prime example. I could use this squishy side or the disc side to navigate pages, but it wouldn't write and it wouldn't use the lasso tool. I'm fairly certain that that's because there's a setting in GoodNotes where you can say what stylus you're using, so it helps it to just reject all other input. Another app that I did test this with was Procreate, and it worked pretty darn good. So I wanted to also test and see how well this works on a tablet that is not compatible with the Apple Pencil. So I took out my 4th generation iPad mini. It worked, I would say, as well as the Wacom Bamboo Fineliner, which I have. And apps like GoodNotes and like the Sketch app that I have that I'll leave in the description because I don't use Procreate on my mini. They have built-in palm rejection, so I didn't even have to wear a smudge guard, which I sort of expected to have to do. I will say that I vastly preferred using the disc tip for writing and drawing. You can see on here this little black dot in the center. That's what is recognized by your device. It's not the entire disc. So you have a much finer tip that you're writing with, as opposed to the squishy side, which wherever it touches first is what it's going to register. So for erasing, I liked the squishy side because it was just like, and it's all squished like an eraser is. But for writing and drawing, I very much preferred the disc stylus side. So I got curious on how well this would perform on my Amazon Fire tablet. It had no problems recognizing the stylus. I didn't have to turn anything on, and this is across the board. I didn't have to turn anything on to use this stylus with any of these devices. But on the Fire tablet, I did notice there was a lot more of a delay when it came to writing or drawing in the apps that I used. I used Metamoji with it, and then I did some basic navigating, scrolling between apps, backing out of apps, things like that. And as far as navigation, it was right on point. But drawing and writing, there was a little bit of a delay, but again, that's not a stylus issue. I think that was just the the operating system with the Amazon Fire tablet. Overall, I was pretty darn impressed with this thing. I mean, it's not going to replace my Apple Pencil, but for what it is, it did a really good job. It's very smooth. It's not huge, but I mean, I have small hands and I'm able to hold it just like a regular pen. And it's not like some styluses you get, it's like they're like paper light. This one isn't. This might not be the best idea, but did you hear how loud that was? It's solid. It's really heavy, and it seems pretty well constructed. Like I said, it did come with the replacement disc tip. I haven't really researched how to replace it. Oh, you know what? No, it's really easy. You just yank this out. It came right out, and you just cram a new one in. Yeah, super easy. So, would I recommend this? Yeah, I would. Especially for devices that don't necessarily have a designated stylus, or for if you want something to write or to draw, but you don't want to drop $100 on a stylus. You don't have to. Again, this isn't, no. So for devices like the iPad mini, I would probably reach for this over the Bamboo Fineliner, just because A, you don't have to charge it. It doesn't require any kind of charging. And B, the tip, it's flexy. So I'm going to try to show you this. You can write like this. You can write head on, or you can do like this number, and it's still recognizing the stroke because that piece is still touching the glass or the screen protector. So I did review this pen alongside a friend of mine, Amber from Allen Digitals. So she and I have both been playing with it for about a week now. And so let's get her over here. She's a 100% Android user, and her tablet is the Samsung Tab A with the S Pen. So just like my iPad Pro, her tablet has a designated companion stylus. But she wanted to give this a test run also, so let's pull her in and see what she thinks of it. All right, guys, here she is. This is Amber from Allen Digitals. She and I have known each other for years, and when it comes to digital planning, we kind of jumped on the bandwagon about the same time, so we have sort of the same kind of digital planning background. So when she messaged me and said, hey, we should both try out this weird pen, I was like, yes, let's do it. Mm-hmm. So just so that I can make sure that I said it correctly, Amber, why don't you tell us what tablet you use to plan with?
I use the Samsung Tab A with the S Pen. The S Pen is the actual, it is an additional pen that you buy with it to make it a 10.1 screen, and the pen actually goes up inside of the tablet itself.
Okay, and so from what I've seen though, it's like a really thin pen.
Yes. The S Pen looks like this. It is super tiny.
Okay. And can you hold it next to the...
problem with it...
Can you hold it next to the... Oh, yeah, look at that.
But it's so tiny. And you pay an extra like $50 for this pen. That's the only difference is on the tablet. And the problem is because it's so skinny, you fat finger the button on here all the time. So it makes planning very difficult, which is why I said, let's get a new stylus.
Okay, so...
I really don't like this one.
What did you and didn't you like about the disc stylus?
The disc style, I noticed with the Android tablet, if you're using the spongy, squishy side, as you're drawing, it seemed to be very bumpy. There was a lot of bumps. It wasn't a very smooth line. And then when I was using the disc side, there's like a 0.2 second delay. It's a very, very slight, like you can see it delay, but it doesn't hinder the accuracy at all. Like it's enough to just go, oh, there it is. But other than that, it has been amazing to use. I use this as the actual stylus to tab through all my tablet, and then I do all my writing with the disc side, and it's been so much more easier. It really has.
So you would say that you prefer it to using the S Pen?
Absolutely,
Oh, wow.
absolutely. The grip on it is so much better because it's got actually the rubber grip on it, so it's so much easier to grip. I'm not fat fingering the button. It's easier to select with things. It's easier to write with my bad handwriting.
Huh.
It's been so much easier. I love it.
Right on. So, as an Android user for the Samsung Tab A,
Okay. Mhm.
you would say, yes, get this pen.
Yes, absolutely. Get this pen. Absolutely.
Right on. Android users, you heard it. She said it rocks. Okay. Thank you, Amber.
No problem. Thank you.
Okay, guys, so there you have it. That is the review of the Universal Capacitive Stylus. I will link this down in the description. $10, you really can't go wrong, and it does come in other colors. Hashtag not sponsored. I did pay for this pen with my own money. We just wanted to test it out and see what other alternatives there were out there. So if you guys see any other crazy styluses or weird tech gadgets that you want to see reviewed, go ahead and leave a comment down below because I'm on the hunt for some weird stuff to review. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.